Good. Let's go. Good girl. All right, so this is going to be a video on taking Moo Moo for a walk. Lila, hi. Yeah. All right. Lila. So call her back. So first thing I'm looking for, Lila, sit. Good. Let's go. Good. Is to make sure I have some level of respect before we leave the house. Sit. Right, so the rules apply. When I say a command, you perform the command, right? Good. All right, let's go. Good girl. All right. All right. So, oh, Jesus. Let him move. So don't do that. Drop your phone. It's always a juggle trying to, yeah, record and, anyways, let's get going. Come on now. So with her, she's 9 months old. She's learning her commands: sit, down, stay, all that stuff. So I'm going to be very lax on the walk with her, in the sense that I'm only really going to work on a few things that I need for the walk, specifically recall and her response to leash pressure. Let's go, La. Good girl. So most important thing for me on a walk is that you just feel comfortable as a owner, a handler. So use whichever leash is your favorite, you know, the one you think the dog responds the best to. I like to travel very, very light. So really all I have is the leash. I have one treat that I can either break into big pieces for like a massive reward or break into little tiny pieces for a bunch of little rewards. And I have a poop bag. Pretty much it. Um, so, and as far as leash goes, I've got this like, I don't know, 12, maybe 15-foot leash. Come on now. Let's go. So I got this big old leash on me. I like it because I can really give her freedom out on the walk. So she can go way ahead of me or way to the side, or um, there's just a lot more room before the leash gets tight. Lila, let's go. So I can use my voice before I need to use leash pressure. So right there you saw I said, let's go. She didn't come. So I just tap, tap, lightly tap on the leash until she does come. And the thing I want to practice on walks is getting everything I ask for. So I would never ask her to SIT right here. She's not even looking at me, right? I'm not going to get that. Lila, let's go. Yeah, good girl. So she did that one on her own. So I need you to, for her, like all I'm working on right now is come with me when I say let's go. Lila, let's go. Good girl. So I need to see a little bit of a pep in her step when I say that, and move toward me. When the leash gets tight like that, I want to see good. I want to see that she gives into it. She's just kind of riding the edge, just barely tight. Good girl. Come on, let's go. Ah. And then the last thing I want to see, and it's basically the same thing as, well, not the same, I guess, but is that she'll come to me. So the times that she gets out in front, I'll use those as opportunities to practice and enforce my recall. So when she gets out in front, I'll say, Lila, come. And then if she comes, I got a nice reward for her. If she doesn't come right away, I just tap, tap on the leash. And the second that she um, like gives into that pressure and starts to come toward me, then I switch over to just rewarding it with my voice, you know, good, rewarding it with a treat. So I'll show what that looks like. So now she's in kind of I turned around, so she's in front of me. So I got a treat. So she's sniffing. So if I'm thinking if I ask for it, I'm probably not going to get it. She's kind of lost in what she's doing. So let's try. So I'm probably going to have to enforce it. Lila, come. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Good girl. She get that treater. Barely interested in the treat. And a lot of you guys might find that out on the walk, they are not nearly as interested in treats as they typically are. I might work on a little bit of healing. Um, I do not like to heel my dog the whole walk. It is just a battle. And it's very restrictive for the dog. Let's go. You know, Lila's kind of a fearful, she can be fearful at times. So building her confidence is big. So giving her this nice long line to go out and explore, um, and make her own decisions. See, she's just like, what is all that? Right? And just learning that like all of this is good. It's all good, you know. Right here. See what she does with the leash pressure. Nice. Nice. Good girl. And what you want to see is that your dog responds better and better to lighter and lighter leash pressure. They start to see it as a signal rather than a force to fight against or give into. Let's go. Yes. Good job. And I want to make sure that when I'm kind of like indirectly rewarding the heel because those times when she does come to me, I have the treat in my left hand. Come on now, let's go. Leave it. So right there, she literally wanted to stop and smell the flowers. Um, but I don't know, that's a neighbor's flower, right? Interesting, it's growing on the strip there. But I don't want her to eat it or whatever, like it's a flower. So I decided, let's go. So I just keep on moving. Same deal if she like goes up into the, like too far into the neighbor's yards. That's when I say, let's go or whatever. Yeah, she's checking out that big trailer. Nice. So, yeah. Oh, I was saying that when I do recall her to me, I do reward in the heel position. So it's kind of indirectly, even though I'm not asking for the heel, um, the reward placement there will get, she'll build an association with that over time. That, oh, when I'm right there, I get the treat. That's where the treat gets delivered. So the tendency to kind of hang out there will get stronger. So where your reward placement is big, because the dog will start to anticipate that and just kind of hang out there more often. Spend more time there, I'll say that. But out here on walks, a lot of dogs aren't super into treats because like all of this is just big news. Like this whole different environment is big news, right, Moo? So those treats are old news. So we got to work with what we got. If your dog totally is not taking treats out here, then um, what you have at your disposal as far as positive reinforcement is praise. Good girl. Yes. I'm going to reward that because she's right there. Momo. Yes. Yeah, you get a big one. That's a big one. Hold on. That's too big for your mouth. Yeah, there you go. So she's doing great. Yeah. Checking out the car driving by. Come on now. So if I were to practice some healing, it might look like this. Lila, come on. Yeah, good. Foos. Yes, good foos. Reward that. Free. And then tell her free. I'm going to hold it for like, and she's young and she's learning, so I'm going to hold it for like 3 to 5 seconds. I'm not going to, let's go. Mushroom. So when I say let's go, I mean it every single time, right? When I say Lila, come, every single time I get it. So that's the biggest thing for me out here on walks is that in order for me to have any sort of sense of comfort, I need to have reliability in these commands. So this is really where all this stuff pays off. And I'll show you guys Rupert later on where we do, oh, you got that pine cone, Mama? Where, oh, we have reliability in more of the commands. And so, like if I take my dog out and I think my dog's probably not going to come when called, not going to get by my side when I need them to, not sit when I need them to, they're just kind of chaotic. I'm not going to have a whole lot of confidence coming out here amidst squirrels and different other dogs and people walking by and cars zooming by, right? Like, so all of these skills are things that are very, very valuable because they give you more confidence. Come on. Good girl. Yeah. And again, you can see she's not like very engaged with me. I mean, she's totally like in the environment. Yeah, there we go. Lila moo. Yeah, she looked at me. I didn't have a treat right away, so I just praise her up. Good, good foos. Call it that. Yes. Take advantage of that situation that she gave it to me. Associate that word with her position. Good girl. Lila, let's go. Yeah. And if she's responsive, I'm going to praise the hell out of her. That's amazing to have any level of responsiveness in a dog out here on a walk, right? It means she's not totally, so this is tough for her. So she's going to want to flee a little bit. Let's go. She does not like, let's go, mower sounds and weed whackers and all that. So this is the moments where I'm just going to keep on going. I'm setting the tone for all this, right? Come on. Yeah, yes. You did so good, Lila. Lila. Yeah. She's probably not going to take treats. We'll let her look, though. Yes. Ah, she's not taking treats. So that's fine. That's fine. When they're not taking treats, like I said, all I have is praise and leash pressure. Lila. So I can keep the leash moving in the direction I want and set the tone, be a nice leader for my dog. Lila Mooey. Come on. And I can use praise to let them know they're doing a good job. She's nervous, right? Treats are no longer useful. Let's go. So these are situations you might find yourself in, right? And don't panic. Like this, none of this stuff, come on now, is linear. And what you'll find, watch, we'll probably get to a position where she'll take treats again. So she's not gonna pull and forge. There we go. Free. But I will give her that long line. Because having a dog on like a 6-foot lead out here in a walk, it's holding a lot of tension. They're kind of like restricted in this bubble. And a lot of times you might find that a dog that pulls, that tends to want to go out on a 4-foot line, when you put like a 10-foot line on them and they kind of get out into that 8-10 foot zone, like out there, that they're like, whoa, this is a little too far. I'm gonna come a bit closer to you. And you start to kick in that natural, I want to be with you, rather than I feel restricted and I want to get away from you. Again, it's wherever you feel comfortable. So do not put your dog out here on a long line if you're like constantly feel like you're juggling it and it's just a mess and you're like, how do I manage this leash? I hate it. It hurts my hands, whatever, you know. My wife and I use different equipment when we walk our dogs. So um, she likes different leash than I. She likes a different collar than I. So um, use what, so let's see if we can see if she's taking treats. Good, Lila Mooey. Lila, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good, come on. Yes. And she's eating that treat up. So you'll see arousal wax and wane, right? Weed whacker comes on. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world, right? No, no, no. We just keep on moving, go about our walk. She recovered nicely. And that's one last thing I want to talk about, is recovery. So ideally, right, we can work amidst distractions and kind of ride that edge of stress for our dog where it's just right, you know, that Goldilocks zone where it's like the distraction is just enough to kind of put a little stress on the learning, but it's enough that they make the right decision or they're in the right state of mind every time. But sometimes a neighbor, you'll be out on a walk and a neighbor's, you know, motor, what was that? Pressure washer or whatever cuts on. And it's too close for comfort for your dog, right? Or a dog pops up and your dog reacts at them, right? And you're like, damn, I need to let that not happen, right? Well, in a perfect world, sure, but that's not the real world. I mean, especially if you're out walking your dog like this. This is a very complex situation, right? Squirrels and rabbits and stuff, and other dogs and weed whackers. And you'll find a situation where your dog is quote unquote over threshold, right? Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. At that point, what I'm looking for is how quickly does my dog recover? And what I mean by that is like when she freaked out by the pressure washer, how quickly can she um, regain her composure to the point where she can engage with me and not be totally concerned about that thing? That she can engage with me, Lila, yeah, yes, and do things like that. Do simple commands like right, like come to me and get a treat. That's recovery. So Lila, good girl, sit. Yes. So we'll practice a little manners at the cross. Lila, no ma'am. Lila, sit. Good. I get it every time, right? So if she didn't sit, I would use a little bit. Sit. Just ever so slight leash pressure to get that sit. One last thing about that is that we don't want to be enforcing these commands using the leash. Platz. Good. All right, let's go. We don't want to be using the leash to enforce commands our dog does not know. That's unfair. So you want to make sure your dog knows what a sit is. And kind of the barometer for me for that is, can I put my hands in my pocket and just say the word and the dog respond? So no body language, visual cues. Uh, but yeah, so you can see out here on a walk with her, 9 months old, a lot of freedom in just letting her explore. And then a little bit of practice on building reliability in the commands she knows. So she knows come, and she's learning let's go, right? Both of those are commands I can easily enforce every time. Let's go, I can just hold the leash and keep it moving. Come, I can tap, tap, and kind of reel her in. Yeah, that's a good girl. She's so tired now. She is so tired now. Yeah. Good girl, Momo. All right, that's it. Now I'll show you all Rupert later.